everyone. We are going to spend a bit of time today on our mat, on our back with our strap. And we're going to work through the lower body and some of my favorite postures for when I'm really feeling my legs, maybe after a tough day at the gym. So grab a strap. If you don't have a strap, you want a belt or a scarf, something that doesn't have a lot of give to it, and your mat. So you can start just on your back, on your mat. Keep the knees bent. Just allow your feet to rest on the floor. Just have your strap somewhere nearby. We're going to grab it in just a second. Okay, so just to begin here, a couple of gentle twists to just relax, kind of warm up the spine, sort of check in, see how things are feeling. So with your next natural exhale, just allow both your knees to drop over to the right. You might turn your gaze, look over the left fingertips. You can inhale back through center. Exhale, take the knees towards the left side. Inhaling back. We'll just do this kind of gently, just moving with breath a couple times each side. Just a really nice, gentle warm up. Just get some blood moving. So I'll do one more on each side because they feel good. As long as you do the same number on each side, that's the important thing. And then coming back to center, and you can take hold of your strap. So I'm going to leaving my left foot where it is on the mat, I'm going to bring my right knee in, right foot, and just loop the strap around the ball of the right foot. Okay, and I'm going to extend my right leg into the strap, and I'm going to hold the strap with both hands, keeping my arms long. So I'm not using my muscles right now to hold the strap, I'm simply holding basically with bone and ligament. Okay, so I'm not having to work very hard through the upper body. Now, if your knee is quite bent or you can't quite get it straight, I'd encourage you to just give yourself a little bit more room. We don't want to lock out into the knee, but we do want to have the leg pretty straight. Okay, so you have to be the one to decide where the best place is for you to be. But sometimes in these postures, less is more. Okay. So make sure that you're somewhere where you can stay, you're not bouncing in and out, and you can still maintain the quality of your breath. Now, if you're feeling pretty comfortable here, you might also choose to extend your left leg out along the mat. Okay, you need to be able to get your left leg all the way down to the floor, and then we're going to flex that left foot. So there's some muscular integrity, some energy happening in the left leg as well. Okay, so in these postures, I always refer to an edge. Anything more is too much, anything less isn't enough, and I'm, again, the only one that can decide where that is and what that feels like. Okay, so we're going to hold for a couple more breaths here, again, trying not to bounce in and out, working with that edge. You may also notice that as you're here, things start to change, right? Body changes over time. So maybe you can draw that leg a little bit closer in. Okay, maybe not, but be open to the possibility. Okay, from here now, I'm going to take the strap into my right hand. I like to put my index finger between the two pieces of strap, and so I can get a pretty good grip. I'm going to take my left hand, place it on my left hip, and then I'm slowly going to open my right leg out to the side. Now my elbow's going to hit the floor first. Okay, so it's going to hit the floor and basically is going to hold my leg so that it's not falling all the way down to the ground. Now my left hand is on my hip as a reminder that I'm trying to keep my hips square on the floor. My left leg is still extended. And then again, you get to be the judge of where the best place is for you. If you're looking for more, you're drawing your foot a little closer around towards your head. If you're looking for less, you can drop your foot away, bringing your feet closer together. Still maintaining the quality of your breath here. That's really important. Big breath in, bigger breath out. And then draw in through the belly. We're going to lift the right leg back up to center. And just check in with that edge. See how things are feeling. Okay, then we're going to shift the strap over into the left hand. Now to begin with, we're only going to move our leg maybe an inch or two across our body. If we end up lifting the hip, then we've moved past that. So it's really important to keep your right hip on the floor right now. Okay, so really slowly just shifting the right leg a little bit across the body, an inch or two, and perhaps pulling the left foot a little bit closer towards the left shoulder. Now we're working into the IT band here, so you're probably going to feel this somewhere in from your hip, maybe down the side of your leg. Some people also feel it a lot in their hamstrings. So just be aware of, what you're feeling. Is the level appropriate? Is it manageable? And can you bring some awareness in there with your breath? Good. And then from here, we're actually going to go all the way over. So this time the hip will lift. I'm still holding the strap in my left hand, so this time my left elbow is going to come to the floor, and I'm going to reach out away from me with my right arm. Now, I'm trying not to bump into the wall here, so I'm probably not going to get my leg all the way down, unless I shimmy over. There we go. So your left leg is extended out straight down along the mat. Your right leg is coming across, and again, you just adjust how much tension you're looking for. If it's too much, you can bend the left knee or just allow the leg to come down a little bit. If it's more, then you're trying to pull the right leg up towards, a little bit closer towards your face. Coming back to the quality of the breath here. Breathing in. Imagine that you're sending the breath into the area where you feel the most tension. Couple more rounds of breath. Good. And then you can inhale, bring your right leg back up. Take the strap back in both hands. Check in with that edge. And then slowly just allow your foot to drop down to the mat again, and bring everything to the floor. Arms relax, both legs relax, close your eyes. Take a couple deep breaths and just scan your body. Notice what you feel from the inside out. Does anything feel different? Do you feel more space? Is there any more softness? And when you're ready, you can bring the soles of your feet back to the mat. Find the strap again with your hands, and we get to start again, basically the same sequence on the other side. Now, what I encourage you to think about is trying to come into this left side of the body like it's a brand new experience. Because we just did it once, and you may or may not want to do it again. But if you can try to come at it like it's brand new, you've never done it before, then kind of alleviate that set of thoughts from the mind. All right, so starting again here on the left side and finding the place where you can get some full extension through the left leg. And remember that this may be quite different than what you experienced on the right, okay? So assessing for yourself, again, the depth that you can access, perhaps leaving the right foot on the floor, perhaps extending the right leg out along the mat. And once you think that you're settled into that point where you're going to hang out for a few breaths, then do just that. Settle in for a few breaths. Again, working with that edge, right? Committed to not bouncing in and out. Just being there, working with your breath, being aware of what you feel. Noticing over time if after a few rounds of breath there's anything that opens up. Maybe you can go a little bit further into this posture. Think about drawing the toes back towards you and pressing through the heel. Okay. So from here, again, shifting the strap into your left hand. Left leg is going to open out to the side. Left elbow is going to come to the floor first, essentially holding the left leg there. You can again have your right hand on your right hip to encourage your body to stay square on the mat, and then come back to breathing. Belly, ribs, chest. Be mindful of where you're holding tension, right? See if you can relax anything here that you don't need. And really check in with the face. What's happening through your jaw? Maybe your tongue is pushing into the roof of your mouth. Maybe your right hand is pushing into your hip. Okay, just try to be easy here. Try to be as relaxed as you can as you work through the tension in the legs. Good, and use an inhale, drawing the left leg back up to center. Check in with that edge again. Now shifting the strap into the right hand, just like we did on the other side. Left hip is going to stay pressing into the mat, right? We're not going to lift it up quite just yet. So really slowly we're going to shift our left leg an inch or two across the body towards our right. And if you aren't feeling anything, think of drawing or pulling with the straps that your toe is pointing a little bit closer to the right shoulder. Now, if you ever hit a point here where you start the incessant quivering or shaking, I'd encourage you to just back off a little bit, right? It's back to the philosophy of sometimes we get a lot more out of just doing a little bit less. And the depth will come over time as you practice this. All right, shifting your fingers on the strap if you need to. Left hand's going to reach out to the side. And exhale, this time the left leg is going to come all the way across. Right elbow is going to hit the floor so that you can hold the leg. We're just going to pause here. Keep reaching the right foot out down the bottom of your mat. You might turn your gaze to look over the left fingertips. Really important, the breath here in your twist. Really adds a great element of massaging and detoxifying in through the organs. All right, using your next breath, or come all the way back up to center. Pause here, reassess the edge. How is it feeling? Scanning through the body. And then again, without doing much of anything, just allow your leg to come down to the mat, extend out on the floor, let the strap go, close your eyes, and just breathe. Being open again to anything that you notice through the lower body, but also through everything else. A lot of times when we release tension in the legs and the hips, we'll find something else that perhaps has been uncomfortable, shows a sense of release and relaxing as well. From here, you can gently roll to your right side. And just pause for a moment. And you can press up to your seat. So, this series of postures, I will sometimes use as part of a warm-up for my practice. I'll often use it at the end of my practice once I've brought my body down to the floor after moving a little bit more vigorously first. Sometimes if this is all that I have time for, this is what I do. Or maybe I was at the gym the day before and I'm feeling really sore. This is a great sequence that you can build in and use as you need. So thank you for joining me today. I would like to wish you namaste. Be safe, be well, and I hope to see you again soon.